Hello, Morris here. I just can't seem to focus on working on my game today. So, Monk Slit earlier asked me if I could explain to him or show him how I set up my enemies for my game. Now, I can't say that this is a great solution. It was sort of the solution after much pain and suffering that ended up working for me. Um, there are things I wish could look better, but you know what? I just want to get this damn game done. I'm not going to sit here spinning my wheels forever. So I'm just going to go over this. These are three of my enemies in my game, in this one portion of my game anyway. And yeah, I'll go bit by bit. This might be a little bit of a longer video, but we'll see how it goes, just sort of going through what I did. So let's take a look. Um, let's start from the beginning. Let's see, what do I have going on here? So I have, what are my variables? Right now, oh yeah, okay, so there are, so just a few variables set up for this. This is actually just like a prototype. I got to bring it into the actual scene with the rest of my set and everything. But for now, just to get this working, this is what I got. This is my character's health, the player's health, and this is E1, E2, and E3. It's for enemy 1, enemy 2, and enemy 3, so that each one, I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. Hopefully it'll become clear as I go on. But each character is referencing this one. Oh yeah, no, what it is actually each enemy has, the way I set it up is each enemy has certain proximity triggers that trigger animations. Because what I found, and again, if I might be doing this completely wrong, or I might be not understanding how the game behavior, what's it called here? Um, no, not this. This. Oh yeah, the game actor behavior works because I noticed, at least for myself, when I used it by default by just using this to plug in. All right, with my stand, this is my stand animation. This is my walk animation. My attack animation. What would happen when it got triggered by the proximity of the character is they would just get into that pose and freeze and not do anything. And I guess in hindsight, in hindsight, I can actually think of something that maybe I should have tried differently. But whatever, I still think this system for me works better because by default, I don't want my characters just standing around being idle. What I have my characters is actually in a sitting position because they're going to be sitting around a little campfire. Um, and then on proximity of the player, they are alerted. They stand up and get into an idle animation, which shows them kind of being alert to someone being close. So let's break this down then. So, and that's what those variables are what they're referencing to. So E0 means the player is not anywhere near them and they can just keep sitting around the fire, doing their thing. E1 would mean, oh, he's in proximity of me. I have to get up and be alert. E2 or E1 equals 2 would mean he's close enough. I need to chase him and attack and go run after him, right? So he'll run after you and he'll chase you, and I have it set up so that as soon as it goes to E2, it deletes the proximity trigger, the first one. So then that way it won't, my enemies won't stop chasing you, and they're just in a perpetual state of chase at this point. And when it gets to E equals 3, it stops and it he starts punching at you and stuff, right? So and then if you go out of that proximity, it goes back to E2 and it chases you again. So that's how I want my AI, my enemy's logic to work. Um, so here, why don't I show you first actually how it works, and then we'll break it on. you know what? Let's just keep going through here. So my enemy model is eBoy1. So let's take a look at that guy. So he's just sitting around. Each character will also have a little, they're going to be have a little underlighting, make them look a little scarier. So that's what he looks like. It's kind of cool. And so each one also has a hitbox attached to their hand, and that's what I'm using to affect my health. So when they punch at me, when it makes contact with me, it knocks my health down. You'll see this variable here in the screen saying health. That's the player's health. So you'll see it when I demo it get knocked down a little bit. They didn't come with helmets because I wasn't sure whose helmet would go on which character. I thought maybe if I had time I'd randomize it so that when I don't know. I had different hopes and dreams when I first started making this part here. So for now they're just attached to the bones. In hindsight, if I thought this through a little bit more, but I would have just made the helmets part of the rig. Part of the model itself. But sometimes these things evolve and you just got to roll with it. So anyways, here's my character. I got to zoom out a little bit. And attached to so the model is attached to this. Basically, if I recall correctly, it's just a null object. And it has the usual game actor attached to it. In this case, it's by default stand still. Its health is set to 100. Its movement speed right now I chose it to be 150, so they're nice and fast. Their tags, they all have an enemy tag, and they attack the player. I don't know if I guess that does matter, at least for the attack, because my player, where is it? Oh, so yeah, my player's hitbox has the game actor, so they're going to attack the game box, which is kind of more what I want, because I want them to hit it, because it will affect my health and kill me when necessary. So in here, the only thing I have in here is when the player box gets hit, it will affect my health variable, and so right now I'm having each hit knock me down by 5. So it'll take a good bunch of hit punches to knock me out. What else? Where were we? So yeah, and I have, so every few seconds, what's this checking for? Okay, so this is just checking for those E variables, right? So if E1 if it's set to E1, then it's going to switch the animation from sitting to idle. And when it's set to 2, it's setting animation to my run cycle, and then it's going to delete that first proximity trigger, so then that way it will chase me in perpetuity or unless it dies. Change position of scene node, and then it's going to just basically move by a vector. Oh yeah, so why am I doing this? You shouldn't. I gotta check that. I can't remember. It's moving in a vector by 1. Move by vector. Oh, the reason why I'm doing this, because it's like a little, just like every few seconds, it's just giving it a little bounce. I think I threw that in there as like an insurance thing to keep it from getting stuck, because I think sometimes for whatever unknown reason it would get stuck on like a verse on the geometry of the landscape a little bit. So this just gave it a tiny unnoticeable little bounce, so then it would keep it from getting stuck. All right, and this is now, if it's in E3, right, let's see what it's doing. If it's in E3, it's switching animation and it's just attacking. And now this is E4. Do I have an E4? Oh, right. So I think when it exits, let's check. if so, yeah. So okay. So what it's doing is deleting. I think the second proximity thing. I can't remember. Oh, this is for death. I believe if it's when it dies, it's switching it to 4. It's deleting the proximity. Yeah, all the proximity nodes, and it's setting my animation to death. And then a little bit later, um, yeah, it basically, well, yeah. So what it's doing, it plays a death animation cycle, and then at a certain point after that, from when that starts, it will just translate in minus y to go through the ground plane and just kind of, it just sort of sinks into the ground and to get it out of the way. And then even a little bit after that, 6 seconds after the animation, the death animation gets triggered, it just deletes the boy. So he's gone. Which I hope, the main hope for that is that, it releases it from memory. Who knows if it does, but I threw it in there anyways. And also, so that just triggers a few things. The basic, so basically what this game actor is doing for my character is propelling him forward and stopping whenever this thing, I don't know, this thing has some sort of weird system of when the enemy stops in front of the player to attack it. But I just decided, I tried multiple different things. They're all just way too overly complicated. And I'm trying to keep things simple if I can. And so I'm just using the game actor to move my enemy forward into the direction of the player, and with an activation radius of 125, which I believe should be the same as proximity B. Yeah, 125. So that the way those two are the same. So once it reaches that proximity thing, it decides to go after you. Then whenever it stops, it gets to that point where he starts to punch you and all that stuff. And then when he dies, on die is when it switches that variable to 4. Yeah, okay, it's all coming together. So let's take a look at the proximity things. So there's this one, which is pretty darn big. And it's set to 150. So it's just slightly bigger than the 125 when it attacks or when it chases. So at 150, boom, it switches that variable. My character stands up and he's alert, doing kind of like an alert idle animation. And when it gets to B, 125, this switches that variable to 2. And now my character is in chase mode. Then when he gets to 25, which is a lot closer, he decides to start punching and kicking and whatever. And I don't think I have any kicking going on here, but so yes, that's pretty much it. And then so really in the end, my goal initially, I think, was trying my hardest to avoid variables because I wanted these guys to be self-contained. So then that way I could just quickly copy and paste them. But as it goes, it's just impossible. And I'm sure if I was a scripter, I could figure this out, but I ain't. No, I can't do. I don't know how. And so I'm using the tools available. So right now, when I do duplicate them, I do have to go in and update what variable it's looking at and make sure it's like pointing to the right enemy boy. So I just have to, whenever I duplicate one of my enemies, I just have to go through all its behaviors and actions and make sure everything is pointing to the right thing. It's a pain in the butt, but it's a few minutes extra work and whatever. It seems to work. I'm trying to think if there's anything else weird about it. No, the camera is pretty much straightforward first person. Left mouse button. Oh yeah, I made it so that I can shoot these guys. So I can, my left mouse button, I'm shooting. I'm just shooting a bullet. I'm not doing anything really exotic here. And so yeah, so you can see when I press play, um, them standing to attention, them chasing me, them hitting me, and me shooting them and watching them die. Right now, I think what's been stumping me today is I'm trying to figure out a system for blood hits. You know, when they get shot, I want to see some blood splattering. And I've been banging my head against the wall to get something that looks half decent today and not going anywhere. Although just about 5 minutes ago or before starting this video, I think I had an idea that I'm testing out now. So anyways, let's do some show and tell. Let's check what my window, 1920 by 1080. Yeah, that should be big enough for you. All right, so let's play the game. All right, everyone's landed, everyone's on the ground. My dudes, as you can see, are over there, and they're, you know, just hanging out. All right, so yeah, let's go. Oh, see, that guy stood up. He's looking around. He's like, oh, "Who's there? Someone's around. What's going on?" And let's see if I can get the other guy. Oh, the other guy just did the same thing. And what's nice is, like, I think it's pretty much the exact same cycle, but it's nice that they're not totally synced up. Like, they're kind of doing their own little pace. And I like the fact that they're all individuals. Like, they're not like that one guy's still sitting down and chilling out. He'll get up in a second. Now you see as I get closer. Oh yeah! Oh, this guy's gonna. Ah! Okay, so now these guys are coming for me. Now you see, like, oh, so you see my health in the top left corner there. It's going down with every hit that they get me. So I'm gonna get away from them before they kill me. Oh yeah, see, 60. Oh boy, I'm dying. All right, I'm gonna start shooting them now. Come on, someone die. 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 Oh, there he goes. Ugh. And you see now he's sinking into the ground. I'm gonna shoot these guys too. Die. Ugh. Come on, die, 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 die. Oh, this guy dies forward. So he's got a different animation. And there you go. Ah, that feels good. So there you go. That's kind of in a nutshell how I set up my enemy AI for my game. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me on Discord or on wherever this YouTube channel video is resting. All right, guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope this helps. I'll talk to you later. Bye.